Welcome to True You, where we'll talk about becoming the truest version of who God created you to be. I'm your host and the co-author of Lies Young Women Believe and the Truth That Sets Them Free, Dannah Gresh. About 20% of all teens experience depression or anxiety. Do you know someone that's struggling? Are you? It's nothing to mess around with. Every 100 minutes, a teen takes their own life. And we want you to know there is hope.
Here at the round table of True You, no topic is off limits. I'm Staci Rudolph, lead teacher at True You, and Dannah and I are joined by singer-songwriter Alena Pitts. And today we're hitting a topic that's really close to my heart, the struggle with depression and anxiety. Check out my story. What's up, guys? It's Staci here. I just wanted to share a little bit about my journey through learning how to deal with my emotions. I remember when I was a teenager just feeling extremely lonely, just unseen and like I didn't matter. And I didn't know what to do with those emotions. I didn't know why I was feeling that way. So I just kind of tried to numb them out. I didn't want to think about them. I wanted to get them out of my head. And I did that by diving into a lot of behaviors and getting trapped in a lot of addiction that controlled my life for a long time. And I remember when I was 20, one particular day where I just kind of walled off. I did all the behaviors. And I remember at the end, I was just exhausted. And I sat back and I was just asking myself, like, what does this mean? Why am I doing this? Why do I feel like I deserve this? And that was the first day I began to label those things as lies. I knew in my spirit that they were lies, but I also knew that I was going to have to do a lot of work to dig those lies out and find God's truth and plant that in my heart instead. So it was a long journey, a long process, but one that I knew I had to do.
Wow, Staci, it makes me so sad that you had to struggle through that. How dark did it get?
It was pretty dark. Definitely went through some deep depression, and anxiety always comes hand in hand with it. So just had a lot of dark moments, but I learned a lot in those moments.
You know, what I have discovered is that our emotions are good, even the bad ones. The grief, the anxiety, the sadness, the depression, those can be tools of God that redirect us to truth. And sometimes they get worse before they get better because we're not listening to the message.
Exactly.
Did that happen for you?
Yeah, for sure. I spent a lot of time just trying to, first I tried to just deny what I was feeling and push through it. Then I tried to take my own little tips and tricks that I thought would help it. And really I just found myself like controlling my behaviors and stuff like that, but not getting to the source of them, which is God's truth, to replace that lie, which was the source of what I was feeling. So
I feel like that very often we tend to medicate our pain rather than respond to it. And it'd be like if we had a deep gash that needed a surgeon's, a scalpel and some stitches, and we're just like, let me put a little Band-Aid on it, right? When God can come in as a surgeon with a scalpel and fix it. But, Alena, I know that you've struggled with some grief and depression that was, I would say, an appropriate response to circumstances in your life.
I think that in those darkest moments, I realized my dependency on God the most. And I think that it's when things are, I don't know why he did it this way, but I think that when things are going really, really bad, we realize how much we need him, and it turns us back to him.
I always say those times of depression and anxiety in my life, I'm just about to find a treasure. I'm just about to find something don't you think that's true?
For sure. And I want to share this verse because I found that to be so true. Like I wanted out of it, and I was sad to go through it, but once I stepped back, I saw so much that God was showing me in it. And I like Psalm 139, verses 11 and 12, and they say, "If I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, and the light about me be night, even the darkness is not dark to you. The night is bright as the day, for darkness is as light with you." And I always love that because depression makes you feel so dark. It makes you feel heavy, like you're just hidden. You want to be hidden, but you also want to be discovered a bit and kind of helped. But I just felt dark all about me. So when I would read that, it was just mind-blowing to me that God is even in the darkness. And that's just light to him. It's just another way for him to come in and kind of rescue me.
So speak to 15-year-old Staci or 15-year-old Casey or Allison that's listening right now who's in the middle of that depression and anxiety. What would you tell her?
I would tell her to hold on. Hold on, that help is present, help will come. I would tell her that the worst thing you can do is not talk about it. The worst thing you can do is keep it a secret and think that you can handle it on your own. The best thing you can do is speak up and seek the resources that God has for you, definitely through his word, but also I think there's a stigma on therapy and sometimes antidepressants.
Hallelujah.
You know?
Get off that soapbox. I'm coming up with you.
Yeah, and it's like we know the ultimate truth is Jesus, but at the same time, God has given us those resources to help us.
Get the help you
Yeah,
need.
so don't be
Tell
ashamed.
someone, right?
Yeah.
Do you find telling someone you're struggling with depression or anxiety helps?
I think that once we tell someone, like, the weight of whatever you're dealing with, it just disappears.
Yeah.
Like, I think that that's how the devil holds us captive. So
I
we
agree.
keep it a secret.
Yep, totally.
Yeah. So we want to tell you guys, just again, tell someone. Do not stay in a secret in the sadness of depression. Share it and get the help. Don't be afraid to get therapy. Don't be afraid to maybe use medication if that's what you need. Sometimes we have imbalances that need to be taken care of. So we just encourage you to seek the resources that God has put in your life. First, run to his word, and then seek those other resources, and you'll be the truest you ever could be.
If you enjoyed today's conversation, we invite you to join us online for a deeper discussion at liesyoungwomenbelieve.com. We'd also love for you to send us your 1-minute video freedom story. Get all the details at our website.